The 2022 Australian Open men's singles final was the championship tennis match of the men's singles tournament at the 2022 Australian Open, contested by 6th seed Rafael Nadal and 2nd seed Daniil Medvedev. It was a match of historic proportions for both players. Nadal was attempting to win a record 21st major title and become the fourth man to complete the double career Grand Slam, while Medvedev was seeking to become the first man in the Open era to win his first two major titles at consecutive events. Some people regarded it as the biggest match of all time, especially because it did not involve the shameless Serbian anti-vaxxer and public nuisance instigator Novak Djokovic. He was imprisoned and thrown out of the great country Australia, which has now banned him from entering the sacred land for the next 3 years. Nadal defeated Medvedev, 2-6, 6-7, 6-4, 6-4, 7-5 in 5 hours and 24 minutes. This was the second longest major final in history after the 2012 Australian Open final, in which Nadal also participated. Nadal became the first player in the Open era to win an Australian Open final after losing the first 2 sets, and the first to do so since Emerson in 1965. It also marked the third consecutive year a man trailed by 2 sets in a major final yet rallied to win following Dominic Thiem's victory at the 2020 US Open and Djokovic's at the 2021 French Open, and only the 7th such occasion in the Open era. Seeds. Click on the seed number of a player to go to their draw section. Draw. Key. Finals. Top half. Section 1. Section 2. Section 3. Section 4. Bottom half. Section 5. Section 6. Section 7. Section 8. Seeded players. The following are the seeded players. Seedings are based on ADP rankings as of January 10, 2022. Rank and points before are as of January 17, 2022. As a result of pandemic-related adjustments to the ranking system and changes to the ADP Tour calendar in 2020 and 2021, ranking points after the tournament were calculated as follows. Players who were defending points from the 2020 tournament had their 2020 points replaced by points from the 2022 tournament. As of January 31, 2022, these players could also count their 2021 points towards their ranking if the 2021 points exceeded their 19th best result. Players who were defending points from the 2021 tournament had their 19th best result replaced by their points from the 2022 tournament. These players continued to count their 2021 points alongside their 2022 points at the end of the tournament because the 2021 tournament was delayed by 3 weeks compared to the normal schedule, and the better of logic for calculating ADP ranking points had been discontinued. All players who have points from the 2021 tournament still counting towards their ranking on January 31, 2022 will have those points dropped on February 21, 2022 and replaced by their next best result. Note that this is a different ranking adjustment system than the one being used by the WTA for the women's event. The player's 2020 points were replaced by his 2022 points, and his 19th best result was replaced by his 2021 points. The 2021 points will be dropped 3 weeks after the end of the 2022 tournament. The player was defending points from a 2020 ITF tournament. Withdrawn players. The following players would have been seeded, but withdrew before the tournament began. Djokovic visa controversy. Djokovic lost his ability to compete when his visa to enter Australia was cancelled. Despite being granted a medical exemption to the tournament's COVID-19 vaccine requirement by Tennis Australia, the Australian Border Force confirmed that after being detained at Melbourne Airport for 8 hours, Djokovic's visa had been cancelled and he would be denied entry to the country due to not meeting exemption criteria to Australia's vaccination requirements. Djokovic sought an injunction to prevent his deportation. The Federal Circuit and Family Court ruled in favor of Djokovic, ordered his release from detention and directed the federal government to pay his legal expenses. On January 14, Minister for Immigration Alex Hawke used his discretionary power to cancel Djokovic's visa on health and good order grounds. Djokovic sought a judicial review against deportation, but 3 Federal Court of Australia judges unanimously rejected the review on January 16, preventing him from defending his title. Other entry information. Wildcards. Source. Qualifiers. Lucky losers. Withdrawals. Sources.